Awesome. Welcome back, everyone.
Here we go.
To more Storm Riders D&D. This is our, fifth session? And we are here. We have returned to the adventure, carrying our precious cargo across the Sword Coast, and spooky things happening. I mean, it doesn't have to be a specifically Halloween-themed session for it to be spooky and creepy, because weird shit do happen with we lot. In fact, here, let me change my own camera real quick, now that I'm thinking about it.
Camera 1, camera 2.
But we are back with our cadre of nerds, one of which is missing at the moment, but he will be joining us at a dramatically appropriate time, much like that dramatic shift in camera.
Dun, dun, dun.
I, of course, am Slappy Meats. I am your channel custodian. I'm the technician of this stream, and I am also playing
Femi, the Harangon Ranger.
And we're joined by Sinner's Lotion, playing N, the human monk. We have Drevi, the dwarven sorcerer Brian. We have a lot of static and tumultuous weather patterns in the space where Android, the Gith cleric Valo, will eventually be. And we've got Fatal Pierce playing the gnome. You wanted to say Tinkerer? The gnome artificer.
Because you want me to tinker with you.
Elim Steel Shape. And I keep wanting to say Stone Shape because it's a spell. But Elim Steel Shape.
I did that to you.
You've done it.
That was a gift.
And naturally, we have our beneficent DM, Lulaman, guiding us on his brain baby adventure.
Yes.
And I leave it to him
Indeed.
to decide our
All
fates.
right.
I'll be right back.
A quick reminder of where we left off. Last session, you all did some trading with the extravagant Mikhail Stroganov
Yeah.
before he left. You had an encounter with some will-o-wisp that you were aided in defeating by the Goliath barbarian Oblivia, who turned out to be not so friendly, but thankfully things didn't escalate beyond repair.
Turned out to be a narc.
Alright. You guys have kept on traveling for the next day and night. For the next day, actually, and night is falling, and you all have set up camp. You can all apply a long rest.
Hey.
Long rest.
And apply any loose or missing fingers.
But this session will start with Elam.
Uh-oh.
Only you, Elam.
What'd I do?
Long
I know exactly what I did.
You are
rest. Huh.
overwhelmed by an alien melancholy as you open teary eyes to a disturbing scene. You stand in an ocean of void, surrounded by volutes of swirling violet clouds. Titanic golden avatars suddenly step through the dark vaporous horizon. 8 of them, a belligerent glare dressing their faultless faces. You recognize deities long worshipped by major cults, though inexplicably, your mind refuses to connect any face with a name. One by one, they suddenly fall, first to their knees, then to the non-existent ground. For each, you expect the descent to climax in a thunderous sound, but none can be heard. They simply lie there, face down or on their side, as if all life just suddenly left them. A light purple mist starts to rise from their recumbent forms. Their skin disintegrates slowly in patches, exposing golden sinew underneath. You know this mist all too well. Whoever coined the term dead sands was too close for comfort. You can feel the substance fill your lungs. Taken aback at first, you reflexively cough, But the initial panic soon gives way to a prodigious sensation. You feel like enough power is invading your body to completely tear apart your mortal form. Your flesh bursts open, and a blinding, searing light shines through the gaps. All sensations temporarily disappear, but after a while your vision is restored. You see from the sky the glorious city of Neverwinter under you. Your vision draws closer and closer to it, focusing on the main square, on the fountain at its center. Under the shallow water, there is a stone, a white stone. In this moment, you are convinced this stone is absolutely essential to your survival. And then you wake up in a cold sweat. In the silent camp, you can hear some snoring around, and the concerned face of Fenny, standing guard, is staring back at you.
Are you okay?
I think it was just a nightmare. That was weird.
Okay. Did you eat something bad before bed? Sometimes that happens. If you have an upset tummy when you're sleeping, then you see bad things when you sleep. Usually related to what you ate. Like one time, I had a dream that I was eaten by like 3 fish at once.
Had you eaten fish that night?
Actually, no. So maybe not.
I don't know. That was it. I didn't eat any of the sand, so it can't be what it was.
Is that what the dream was about?
I think. Yeah, I saw sand being made,
Like
dust being made.
in a shop?
No. Like out of bodies.
Oh. Like what kind of
It
bodies?
wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. They were very like powerful bodies. Powerful bodies.
That makes sense. The sand's really powerful too, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's dangerous. I don't like it. No.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really dangerous.
Do we see if the drivers? They're all just they're doing their sleep. They're sleeping
Yeah,
on the
they're
cart or whatever.
When well, Fenny's looking away, I just looked down at my bag, like,
Oh yeah, this is right up his alley. Yeah, you've got Fenny curious, so he's. I'm gonna go look for the sands.
Okay, we'll try to go back to sleep.
And I'll like pat him on the head.
Okay.
I'll
And,
lay back down, but I won't use my bag as my pillow this time.
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, that's a good thing. I'll try and sneak over to the cart and rummage through without waking the drivers. Because I'm super curious now.
Sure, make me a stealth check.
It could be better. But it's not the worst. Where's my stuff?
Tiptoe through the treasures.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. 14.
14. Okay.
Modifier.
Kind of
Sneaky bunny.
start rummaging. At some point, you can hear some shifting in the driver's, I guess, bedroll, and you kind of freeze. You hear some grunting, and then when you're confident that they've gone back to sleep, you keep rummaging again. All you can find in the carts was the boxes with the gold in them. No sign of the sand.
Any pretty stones?
No, unfortunately. It's
Oh, just
only
money.
gold pieces.
It's
in
regular
box.
money. Okay.
Um,
I'll go.
Just gold. Gross.
I'll hop back to Elam because I'm thinking he's probably the one who's not sleeping at this point, and I'll.
are you sure there's sand? I couldn't find any.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not in there.
Well, where is it? Do we have to go find it?
I had to.
Did Oblivion take it?
hide it.
She's mean.
I had to hide it so that she wouldn't find it.
Oh, where is it? Is it a secret?
I reach
can
into my
keep
bag and
secrets.
I pull one out and I hand it to Penny.
I can keep it secrets, I think.
Elin pulls out
no one
a
asked.
small. It's a small kind of leather pouch, kind of sealed tight with a cord of kind of braided string. There's some like purple runes kind of decorating, like embroidered into the pouch.
Well, here's a long shot. Do I know anything about these runes?
Don't think you would.
Okay.
You can make me an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Can I?
Yeah, here we go.
Since I'm finally getting to look
Oh,
at him.
actually, geez, that's an 18.
18. Okay, you don't really know the significance of each individual rune. You do recognize the structure of the sealing spell.
Oh, cool.
Oh, these are magic pouches. I get it. They gotta keep the sands in so they don't, Are they working? They seem to be messing with the world.
You think that's the sands?
Well, I mean, I've traveled a lot. Like a lot. And I've never seen that before. But
I thought
now,
the drivers
I'm
said that was
traveling, and I've
unusual as
also,
well, and they've traveled with it before.
Oh, I don't know what they saw, but I've never traveled with sand before either. So, if the only time I travel with sand is the only time I've seen this, then that's, evidence. Right?
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't remember if the drivers have confirmed that to you or not, but they indeed, like, it's the first time they see stuff like that.
But they didn't. They
Evidence.
said they didn't know if they were traveling with sands. They don't ask questions. But now they know, so I guess they asked a question.
They said this stuff's pretty powerful, right?
Yeah.
You think they separate it between the carts so that it's harder to take all of it, or so that it's not all together?
Yeah, both, maybe. Yeah, putting all your valuables in the same place means that you can keep it safe if you protect just that place, but it also means if someone gets it, then they have it all.
Yo,
I thought.
we got a boy. Here, let me do camera
Oh.
things.
You got an android.
Game full. What's up, baby? We were just talking about sands. Oh, I gotta shuffle the cams. Ah,
Snoot full of sand.
Snort this.
we go back.
Yo, don't say that because Eddie will join this group for 5 seconds and snort it.
Hell yeah. And that's why
He
we
snorted
all
a dead gin.
Well, sure.
That's what
Wouldn't
know,
you?
like you do.
I mean, yeah. Could have worked out in his favor, we don't know.
Alright.
Maybe.
You guys want to keep on this conversation, or should we go to the next?
I actually wouldn't mind doing like another couple seconds because I was getting at something. I was
this
gonna
is-
ask Penny's opinion.
I made a natural 20 roll for myself, trying to think like, would he have the tactics for this? What do you think that? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, probably. If it's all together, if it's really strong, and it's all together in the same place, then it could be too strong. And maybe that makes things worse.
I thought it'd all be safer if I kept it here, so if someone came looking for it, it'd be harder for them to find. But I don't want it this close to me.
You gotta look at the boxes that they were in and see if there's anything special about the boxes. If they have warding as well.
Elam could guide you to them because you saw.
Yeah.
Saw them, 'cause,
Yeah, I can show you.
What'd you get?
They were like they're pretty hidden compartments in the cart.
Okay. Yeah, inspect the box.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's more of like a compartment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like embedded in the back wall of the cart.
Cupboard.
Can I inspect it to see if there's any kind of like sealing or anything
Yeah,
in there,
yeah,
like
exactly.
magic or otherwise?
I'll assist.
Sealant of some sort.
It's not. It was on the key, but the locks were kind of messed with.
Yeah. And there's no runes or anything there, huh?
No. All the magic that's apparently protecting the sands is on the pouches.
Maybe there should be.
Are the
Do you know how to make that?
And I'll point to the runes.
I think that's beyond me.
Oh. Well,
Does it look like we can close them up again and make them like hidden like they were before?
Yeah, I mean the compartment are pretty hard to see when they're closed, and you can just pile back the money boxes back in front of it again.
I'm gonna put them back. See if anyone wants to help me with the other. Like there's 4, so I'm gonna put them back and maybe push the gold up and stuff against it so it looks normal.
I didn't indicate a number before, but there were
Oh.
like three pouches per compartment per card.
Oh, okay.
So 9 altogether.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll split them. I was thinking 4 because of carts, but I forgot one's ours. So yeah, we'll split them back up the way they were. Elam would have known that.
Yeah, we'll certainly help you.
Okay.
Put them back.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go lay back down, but I don't know if I'll sleep. And like before I'm done, but right when I lay down, I'll reach into my bag one more time and I'll just like think sand, loose sand, to make sure there's none in there, and try to pull it out.
No loose sand.
Thank God.
Boy over here tripping balls.
Elam doesn't like mind-altering substances.
It is some potent stuff.
Apparently. Yeah.
Um,
Too strong. Bad trip.
Everybody wakes up the next day refreshed. There was no incident during the night, and you kind of keep on moving, going towards. I forgot the name of the bridge. It's Borisker's bridge. You guys kind of travel along the river, kind of making your way towards this. Do we have any droid?
I think he said he'd be right back.
Okay, but in the meantime, everybody make me a perception check. Perception.
Oh,
7. I'm in my own world right now. Clearly.
24.
24.
An attentive bunny.
That makes up for the 7.
I beat you. I got a 6.
6. What about N?
8.
8. Okay. Well, everybody on the
All on Penny.
everybody like during your travels, like kind of obliviously walking towards your destination. Fanny, hanging from the side of a cart, you were kind of staring at the ground, looking at the pebbles pass by. As you notice something a little bit strange, like an illusory line, kind of like a threshold of some magical nature that your cart kind of passed by.
That's really
We
neat.
gotta. It's not quite set up, is it?
It was very very faint, kind of like a blur, like a line of blurriness traced in the ground that your cart went through.
You are here. You are here.
Come shuffling, come shuffling.
Android's here. Should Android do the roll too or no?
Welcome back. We're on the road after discussing things
Yeah.
about sand.
Yay, sand.
Oh, it's not a yay. It's bad.
It's not yay.
It's not good.
Huh.
Okay, they're mislabeled.
Like
on my
eating
end,
the
but
wrong
that's okay.
brownies and then falling asleep with the strobe light on.
Yeah.
And
I just
Fanny is the only
perceived-
one who notices because he was looking at the ground at this moment that the convoy, as well as your guys' cart and everybody, kind of went through what appeared to be a sort of blurry line threshold, very faint in the ground.
Uh-oh. I think I think the world's going weird again. Watch out.
Can I tell if it's like an illusion that we passed into? Or if it is the...
It's
more of a-
definitely not. It's definitely not an illusion.
Okay.
It's very real and very bad.
Yeah, we
Nothing seems to happen just yet.
wandered into an area
As,
of magical influence.
As you guys kind of progress further, you notice that the convoy that you're escorting is going translucent. The carts of the convoy are becoming see-through, as well as the drivers and the horses.
Does that include our cart?
Us?
No, your cart is fine.
Oh.
The fucking sand.
Uh-oh.
That's cool, man. Who's doing that?
And they're gradually
We all
getting,
noticed that,
getting
yeah?
more and more
They're gradually getting more and more
Is the
hard to
opacity
see.
slider just dragging down
yeah.
slowly.
The opacity slider is there's a script running, it's pulling it down.
No, my alpha transparent.
Oh. Hey, stop the carts.
There's doesn't appear to be any reaction from the drivers.
Oh.
Hop over to where the compartment is and stuff out of the way.
Your hand goes right through everything. Through the cart,
man.
through the bucket,
So
through the
not just
drivers.
not just invisible, but immaterial. Oh fuck.
After a few more seconds, they just disappear.
Oh damn, he's gonna try a mage hand, see if magic will do it.
Help me, bunnies.
And now, more worryingly, the scenery is starting to change around you guys.
Is everyone else seeing this, or is this the sand?
Where'd they go?
The green- The green grass around you kind of makes way for cobblestone and paved roads. The trees kind of concede their place to buildings. And before long, you're faced with a scenery that some of you may recognize, as you're right now in Neverwinter.
Ooh.
Isn't that like north?
It's way north. It's like way past the storm front.
Do I know? Do we know what? Do I know what area of Netherwinter we're in since I've been here?
You would say you're like southern part of town.
How far away from the well?
From the main square,
Yeah.
back about a 20-minute walk.
I wouldn't run that far away from everyone. Should we head to the main square and see if there are there other people here? Can we see other people here?
There doesn't seem to be anyone here. And there's one more detail that kind of jumps out at you.
Uh-oh.
Something weird with the sky. The sun is up. It's at its zenith. You'd say it was around 12. But the sky is black. Jet black.
The sky is black, but is the city sort of illuminated? I guess there are
Yeah, the city is
sconces, torches
illuminated
and-
at light of day.
Light
It's
of day,
just-
but the sky is black.
Just the sky. The sky is jet black.
No
I
stars.
walk over.
No stars, except for the sun.
Don't
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
walk over to the closest
dreaming.
building and just put my hand on the building, see what
Band of Neverwinter.
if it's there.
Before long, the building, you can touch it. Yeah, everything's there.
So, excuse my ignorance for 5th edition. But in earlier editions, I would have said, okay, I disbelieve. And I would have attempted some sort of roll to see if this was an illusion.
That's
Because
all
this
right.
does not appear real.
If it's an illusion, it is fooling all of your senses.
Yeah,
Not
this,
just
this still
one.
applies. They're, like illusions bear intelligence checks,
Okay. But not this one.
There's
investigation.
no checks to make here.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
Streets
Where
smell
are
like
they?
frozen piss, just like normal.
Well, I guess we're not getting paid.
We gotta find them.
Something for those who know where Neverwinter is. It doesn't make sense that the city is even still standing. It's smack dab in the middle of the storm, like it would have been torn apart
yeah.
like a decade ago.
I've never.
Yeah, I don't know where this is. If it's not come up, 'cause I've never been here.
Nobody has actually said anything
I look
in character.
behind us.
Yeah.
I look behind us. Like where we came
Uh,
from.
Do you know where
It's
we
north of the
are?
city.
Help.
Are you with me? Am I with you?
I touched Brian's face.
Brian, we're here.
Can I do like a history or an insight or something to know where we are?
Well, Elam would know where you guys are.
Yeah.
Does anybody know where we're at?
Yeah, we're
Dog
in,
vision.
we're in Neverwinter.
What? What?
Southern part.
But isn't?
We're in the.
But that's
It
in the
shouldn't be
storm.
here.
I don't.
Yeah, this shouldn't be here.
That's a long way.
I've heard of Neverwinter,
Um,
but I've never been here because the storm. Well, the storm started. Well, when I was young.
I have a question for you guys. Let's say someone had a dream last night that was very
You had a dream.
land oriented. And it was based here. Would that be a coincidence or is that something we need to talk about?
Did you have a dream about Neverwinter?
Yeah, in the center there's a well and there's a rock there that I really want. And I don't know why.
So you wish
I
us
really
into
want
the
it.
cornfield.
Is this a sexy dream or a regular?
I wouldn't say I wish you know,
I mean, if you
everything's
really
sexy
want
if
to
you try,
ride
but-
that way, I'm going to say it's not related.
I wasn't gonna, do that to the rock. But I had
Okay.
totally, it's like not out of the realm of possibilities. It was smooth and round.
I want
Okay,
to
well,
see.
let's talk about this dream.
Let's go find it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I mean, I was gonna suggest we go to the center of town anyway to see if there's somehow anyone else here. And I can probably get us there in good time. I know this place, but
Well, I'm gonna go try a door.
Yeah, Elam, I don't want to piss on your bliss, man, but like, what's gonna happen when we get this rock that you really want? Like, was it bad? Your dream? Like, was it bad?
I mean, the Neverwinter part wasn't that bad. Watching all of those godlike figures turn into the Death Sand kind of sucked.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
What?
Oh,
What?
really big bodies.
they were, you know, normal
A
size
good,
for them.
a good 20 feet tall.
They were, you know, they were only like 20 feet tall. So for me, very big. Yes.
And you wanted,
That's pretty big.
you saw that and you want to do this.
I want to do this. Let's get the rock.
Okay.
I felt really
Yes.
strong when the dust went
Okay.
into me in the dream.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I am totally fine to with all of the gods turning into sand and disappearing. That's cool.
Let's go find the pretty rock.
Yeah.
Let's find this rock.
let's
Which
do it.
direction?
All right, Elam, make me an history check.
All right.
Because you've been there, but you haven't been there in 10 plus years.
Could I assist with survival? Because I know my way
Oh my
around
God.
cities. And what I
I've
might
got
be able to-
history, and in fact, I can decide that I've got history specific because I am a cleric of knowledge.
Sure.
So I will use one of my channel divinities to know
And,
the history of this place.
Oh, nice.
I'll
oh,
allow
nice.
survival for Fenny, but at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, because I've never.
And I'll assist on rolls or just roll straight or whatever.
So
in here. Oh, it's a big difference.
I got a 9.
I got a 13 on survival.
I've got a
Okay.
21.
Oh yeah.
21. Okay.
Channel divinity and shit. Oh, that's so good. God, I love knowledge clerics.
Elam starts off kind of guiding the group. He says, well, there's this other part. We should go north, so let's take this way. And, like, Fenny points at north. This way.
That's that.
It's like, y'all don't know where you're going. This way.
And
been a
yeah,
minute.
Valo just
It's hard
goes
without the
straight
stars,
up.
but-
This is a shortcut. Let's go there. After a few minutes of walking, you guys hear a sound that you're now, unfortunately, familiar with.
Uh-oh.
The huge of enormous wings,
Hey.
kind of batting at the air.
Oh no.
And before long,
I take cover in the nearest house.
on the rooftop next to you,
Oh,
a silver dragon lands. And barely moving his jaw, you can still hear a booming voice kind of as he turns his head towards you group. Mortals! You should
Yep.
not be here.
No shit, man.
That's fair.
We don't
You're
know how we
killing
got
me.
here.
Yeah.
Your
It
kin has already run. You should evacuate like the others. The storm is coming.
Storm's
We
already
have.
here, friend. It's been here for quite a while.
What,
I think maybe you're a little behind the times.
What year?
What
is
year
It?
is it? Great Scott!
Cannot stay. I must accomplish my duty. Mortals, you should run. And he starts to flap his wings again. And as you kind of
No fapping.
you kind of look at him go, and he's going in a direction. And as you look, on the horizon, you can see the storm front, and it's clearly moving
Which direction?
Toward us.
I mean,
towards you.
from where? From what direction?
From the north. It's
From the
going.
north
It's
still,
moving
okay.
south.
So further north than
And it's,
Neverwinter.
it's clearly miles away, but it's so enormous that you
Yeah.
can still see it beyond the buildings.
Okay, we gotta hurry. Let's go.
Right. As you get closer and closer to the center square of Neverwinter, you notice that the cobblestone and the pavement is kind of progressively disappearing below, like a blanket of black smoke. It seems it feels it's kind of weird as you kind of walking through it. You do see that your movement disturbs it, but it kind of goes back into position as if it was somehow elastic, but it's still smoke.
Shit.
As you make it,
Let me know what's happening.
don't laugh.
good.
Don't spoil it. As you get to the square, this blanket of smoke is really thick, and you can't really see the ground underneath it. Switch you guys to the map.
Nice network. Vista.
Hey, get the ropes out. We need to get moving.
There we are.
On the square, you can see the fountain peering through the smokes, but there seems to be something else there. Vaguely humanoid shapes, kind of made up of this black smoke, with dim light for eyes. They're kind of roaming, apparently aimlessly, all around the square.
Ooh, scale. Good, this helpful.
So is this a well or is this a fountain?
It's a fountain.
Well.
So how do we get underneath the fountain?
Where does the Storm Rider get his water?
From a well, actually.
Moving on. So we see these silhouettes, these mounds, these pillars of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look
Yes.
humanoid? Do they actually have humanoid figures, or are they just
They
sort of
look
like
somewhat humanoid.
wobbling phalluses?
It's two arms, 2 legs, a torso, and a head,
they do.
but
Okay.
couldn't really call them human.
Yeah.
Do they seem to be affected by our presence?
So far, no.
I would love to hide. Is this?
Yeah, I would love to go directly to the fountain.
I'm gonna hide in the nearest tree.
Point out exactly
Or
where in the
bush, or
fountain
whatever it
I
is.
saw the thing.
Yeah, where was it?
I point out, it's like, probably like there.
Okay. Oh,
I arbitrarily chose a place
yeah.
for you.
I'm gonna pull you back here for a little bit.
Ah, shit.
I was gonna ask if they're patrolling or if they're just like listlessly wandering.
Valo, as your foot kind of steps onto the square itself,
I'll make a stealth while I'm in the tree. It's not great.
the
I'm in a bush. It's 9.
the movement of these weird shadowy shapes kind of stops all of a sudden.
All of these glowing eyes kind of turn.
It's like fucking
No, just
Dora
record
Flair.
scratch.
The eyes, only the movement stops. The eyes do not turn, except for the one right above you. The one right above you kind of turns to face you, and the white dim lights that are its eyes kind of shift red for a moment,
Okay.
and all of you, all around the square, you hear resonating around in the air a voice saying, "Well, you shouldn't be there."
Well, you shouldn't either.
And
Well, we didn't want to be here.
Look, man.
the voice kind of echoes around the square and dissipates. The eyes of the thing go from red to white again, and now they all turn to face the group.
I rolled a 9 on stealth.
I'm gonna move up just a little.
That will have the effect that it will have.
Yeah. I'm just like waste time in a
everybody-
small bush, just like
Fuck.
The first thing I want to do is I want to book right toward as close to the fountain as I can before they do anything.
Sure. You guys have You guys are gonna roll me initiative, but you do get 1 round of action.
Okay.
My initiative number is 17.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice.
Mine is 4. Bye bye, D20. You go hell.
Oh, that's a low roll too. I have a decent bonus. Oh, okay, yeah, 10. You got a pretty good bonus.
Okay.
Quick look at Bonnie.
13.
And 13. Missing Brian.
3.
3.
We're
I
nailing
didn't
it.
think anybody could beat 4.
You're nailing it here.
I'm holding the curve.
I like how Brian, on all these rolls, Brian's like, oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
You call that low?
Sure to get low.
Watch this.
Brian's just distracted so perpetually.
Okay,
I don't know what you mean.
fantasy tension music. 3 hours
I
of
don't know why
dark
you're
fantasy music.
tense.
The Dark Trilogy. Ooh.
Why are
So
you
is there-
tense? They're just shadowy smoke.
So do we go in order of that for our action, reaction thing? Or
Yeah, you guys, basically you get a turn where you guys all go first and they don't play.
Cool.
Jeez.
Dark atmospheric music. Oh, this is perfect. This track is called God Body Disconnect.
Oh, that's a good name.
It's literally called The Existence of Stars. Well, there are none in the sky right now, so. But
That's
still,
good too.
weirdly
No, I
on
didn't even
point.
Okay,
Like,
that's all the initiatives. Kawabunga. Big ship stuff. Nine. Okay.
should have been this music when I first got here, actually.
Gene.
Stay away from my dice. Sorry.
All right. First up on your guys' initiative round, Valo.
I'm very sorry, Fatal. What is your character's name?
Elim.
Elam. I should never forget that.
Honestly.
Elam, where's the entrance?
You mean the stone? It's in the well.
It's a fountain.
Okay.
It's a fountain, bro.
It's in the fountain. Sorry, it's in the fountain.
I can't
Mistake
really
that.
see the grid lines because I am old.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are
the
these
ruler
grid
is accurate
lines-
on this map. Session.
Is it? Okay.
You should be snapped to the grid anyway. You'll be fine.
30 feet gets me to the edge.
Wait, I should be able.
I guess I should ask. When I saw the stone, was it like mid or was it outer? Had you had that figured out?
Is that better? Wait,
Stop it.
Yes, I can see a little better.
Yeah.
we bump up the opacity again. Maybe put them on the white. Boom.
Okay, even better.
Cutting the map up into chunks.
Yes.
Cut my
Like
map
that.
into pieces.
Oh, it's like the
Okay.
last episode of Earthquake.
My
I'm
initiative
gonna go
is
directly
for-
to the fountain, and I'm gonna start looking for a rock in the fountain.
It's very
Okay.
shiny, very pretty. I like it.
Shiny, pretty
give-
rock.
Give me investigation.
14 plus 2, 16.
16. That's. Right. You start looking around under the shallow water of the fountain. So far this round, didn't find any stone. Did find a couple copper coins that were apparently thrown in there for wishes.
Okay. Any rare? Sorry.
Money.
Next up, we have N.
Okay, can I make it to the fountain? I have no idea how to do the thingy, so.
What's your movement?
It'll be right above your armor class.
40 feet.
40 feet. Let's see.
40. Wow.
You can get right there to the edge.
You can get right there.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Can I start looking for stuff?
Oh, you're gonna accidentally get clean.
You can. Give me investigation.
Oh my god, please, 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 please. Please. Suck my dick. 12.
12.
Splashing.
You splash around. Same thing. More copper wish coins. No stone yet. Next up is Fenny.
Okay. Oh, I can only do that twice. All right. I want to hold my action. I want to, well, what I'd like to do is try and get up on the roof of the building next to me.
Yeah. I mean, here, as far as you're concerned, you've hidden.
Yeah, I'm like half in a bush. I see them run up. I'm like, oh.
To the coffee table, but her tail sticks out.
Yeah. But what I want to try to do is leave the bush in which I buried myself and see if I can hop up on the roof of the building next to me and hold my action with my longbow if any of the shadow figures make a move on my friends.
Sure. How are you trying to get up there? Are you jumping or climbing? It's one story. You should be jumping.
One floor?
Yeah.
And you jump that far?
I'm 4 feet tall. But I am a bunny. So...
Right. That's what I'm curious. I want to be impressed. Can you do that?
Well... Yeah. It doesn't say horizontally or vertically. As a bonus action, I can jump 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
You can jump 10 feet on top of a building.
10 feet.
Your vertical should be 3 plus your strength mod.
That's 4.
That still impresses me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can jump my own height in that case.
Aww.
Vertical leap.
That?
But yeah, rabbit hop doesn't
vertically.
specify whether because that's expendable. I only have 2 uses of rabbit hop for now. But would that count? Could I jump 10 feet vertically?
Think so? I don't see why not.
It's just like it's exhausting, but like I coil my bunny legs and ping.
That was cool.
Okay.
You could
Now
always
make it to the roof.
And I'll draw my longbow and hold my action until any of these shadowy figures menace my friends.
Okay. Next up is. Jeez, there's a lot of enemies turns between Fenny and Elam's next.
Yeah.
That's funny, you refer to them as enemies.
Enemies.
Frenemies.
Fenemies.
Frenemies. Fenny me.
Figure's just a friend you haven't met.
Elam, it's your turn.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
While they're popping off, I'll be right back.
Well, shit. Oh, That's why no snap. Okay, so boom. That's further than I can. That's as far as I could make it. Could run to here. Yeah. I'm gonna dash and I'm gonna run my 50 feet so I can like be at their back. Just kind of
So-
guarding them.
Is our known friend Australian this week?
I'm a gourd. You know, he's from everywhere. He might not even have a real accent. You don't know.
That's true.
I
don't
enjoyed the
know.
Brooklyn thing I was doing last week, but I lost it.
So you're moving up to here, and what are you doing? Sorry.
That was I did a dash, so that was like everything I could do. But I'm just
Okay.
kind of like at their backs guarding.
And
Looking
finally, it's Brian's turn. What is Brian gonna do?
Are you muted?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
I mean, I had a plan, kind of, but I was waiting for you, so I was like, oh. And did. So I was, oh, well, if I moved more, I could, but I don't care. Rylan's gonna be like, hey, dude. Places his hand on Elam and casts invisibility.
Okay.
Nice.
thank you. I look down at my own hands to see if I can see him.
You can't.
Oh, this would be an existential nightmare.
Works like gangbusters.
I'm leaving out all the problems with invisibility regarding your eyelids being transparent and your eyes as well. But yeah, you don't see your hands. You are now invisible.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, when you're invisible, you can't not see.
Everybody else will see Brian kind of jog up to Elam, put the hand on him, and then Elam just disappears.
What'd you do?
What? Nothing.
He cast Vanish.
Yeah.
Top of the round. Top of the
I was
round.
holding my
Now,
action until somebody did something hostile against my friends. And Brian just evaporated. I loosed an arrow.
Now,
Now what, rabbit?
okay. Top of the round, Valo.
Do I have to keep looking in order to find this, or how does that?
You can keep looking.
The wisdom of such action is questionable. You can do whatever you want.
Action. Question.
Yes,
Do whatever you want.
that
if
is
you really
correct.
want to.
Where's Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, great.
You
Okay.
could drop your weapon and pull out a sandwich right now. I would not stop you.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
don't have a sandwich. Damn.
I want,
Damn it.
now I wish I had a pocket
She makes
sandwich.
sandwiches.
I'm gonna go to the other side of the well. 1, 2, 3, 4,
He's the
5,
fountain.
6. Man, sorry.
Some annihilation shit right now.
Look at what I've created.
It's a
Nobody here
well,
knows
all
what a
right.
fountain is anymore.
There's water in it, and it comes out of there.
It's
The
a well,
fountain.
actually.
Yeah, but it comes out of the top, not out of the bottom.
What are you doing?
I don't judge
What are
people
you
doing
doing?
the victim, alright?
I'm looking for a shiny special rock.
Okay, make me another investigation.
That's like a 12.
Okay, 12 or something.
It's better than that.
Still no sign of it, unfortunately, as you kind of rummage through the shallow water. Next up is this one.
I was just quiet.
She.
Fucking Dark Souls ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. From the abyss.
Honestly.
And it can't dash, so it's just gonna. What's the
Love it, but I also fear it.
Oh, you guys are in range.
No. Just
Oh boy.
Oh, if they're in range, then I'm in range of the biggin.
Biggin.
So
It seems
let's
to be
go.
two larger than average ones.
Range attack. Does a 16 hit you, Elam?
A 16 does not hit me.
Speaking of
That's
Okay.
what you said.
Feels
This is
good to
bad.
say that.
Oh yeah,
Really
it's
good to say
invisible,
that.
so no, it would not target you.
Oh.
Let
So
me-
does
Yeah.
a 16 hit you, Brian?
let me roll for it. Brian. Does a 16 hit you, Brian?
Nobody knows this, but right now Elam's looking directly at all of the bad guys going like, y'all can't see
Yes.
It hits you.
me.
Okay. You see a bolt of black smoke kind of erupt from the hand of this phantomatic shape, and it impacts your chest. You expect some damage or pain, but there is none. However, the smoke starts to swirl all around you.
Hellfire.
It's becoming difficult to breathe, and you are blinded.
Ah.
Wow, man, it's so dark. Oh wait, I can't see.
By the way, I can't see.
Next up is this guy. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Oh,
You're not supposed to be here.
not even supposed to be here today.
It appears to raise one of its smoky arms and kind of brings it down towards you.
Yeah.
Does a 7 hit you?
No.
Okay. The arm kind of slowly falls down towards your form. You kind of get ready to block it, but it kind of phases through you, like almost as if you like kind of disturb the shape of the arm with the impact on your body, and it didn't do anything. Just a puff of smoke.
I was expecting way worse from you. I'm
Next
very
up.
disappointed.
It looks unfazed by your disappointment. Next up
Make
is
fun of
N.
people for having kind of like translucent noodly arms.
All right. Can I get into the like center part of the fountain and look, and also
yes,
be
of course.
away from
Well, you're going
Mr.
full
Ram
bath.
here? What?
You're going full bath.
Yeah. I'm gonna move. Okay. I'm getting in here. Come here.
Oh, also, sorry. It attacked Brian. Do I get my reaction or my held action?
Yes, you do. You're in range to riposte.
Sorry about that.
No, go ahead and do that now.
I just got distracted. I was trying to read if there's an agreement on whether or not my Swarmkeeper damage is magical.
No worries,
Um,
give it to me.
Happily. Damn it, what's my...
You would be targeting the one that shot at Brian.
Yes.
Okay, so this one.
This is the first one to do something. Let's see, +5. Oh, 23 to hit.
Woohoo!
23 hits.
Yeah.
Where do we stand on the Swarmkeeper damage? Are you saying like my Swarmkeeper my bunny spirits, is that magical damage or is it not magical damage? Because I couldn't find a consensus, but so it'd be all up to you.
It's kind of difficult to judge. Because what the swarm is kind of fluff, and it's supposed to be like insects.
Yeah. Like they're in the description, they're intangible spirits, but like it doesn't say that they're magical.
Yeah. For now, I'm gonna say non-magical. If you find a magical weapon, I think I'll transfer that to the swarm as well.
Nice. Baller, as they say. So that's
I don't see
plus
it.
3. 8 piercing damage, and actually, rather than do the damage with the thing, well, he did a ranged attack anyway. It doesn't matter much. Okay. Let's say 8 piercing damage, 1 more piercing, so 9 piercing damage altogether.
9 piercing damage. You just loosen an arrow at it, and you see.
On my turn. Sorry, I was looking at favored foe.
That's probably on your turn.
Yeah, it's on my turn.
Yeah. You lose your arrow that you were kind of holding, and you see your little spirits kind of follow the arrow towards the enemy, and as it kind of separates the smoke making up this thing, the swarm kind of picks off flying pieces of it. It kind of reconstructs itself, but it seems to be fainter.
Okay.
We have the
There's
image.
no indication that you did less damage than you thought you would.
All right. Yeah, good. Sorry, Anne.
So we were at N, and you wanted to investigate more in the water.
Yeah. Let me do a thing.
Okay.
Splash for the water. Maybe I'll
Roll
smell
your
better.
roll that investigation.
Kitty.
Fucking suck my dick from the back. 3.
3.
3.
A lot of fellatio this episode.
You
God damn it.
kind of explore the fountain like deeper in the deeper part of the center. Kind of trip on something, turn around. Oh, I found it, and it's just a piece of the marbling.
Oh,
The low sign.
thank
The low sign of
you,
the.
Dad.
Explore my fountain from the back.
Honestly.
Quick, someone throw some soap in there.
Hey.
Next up.
I just want to see if the
This
beard
guy-
is an actual beard or if it's like just stuff.
This guy is gonna. Yep. It's gonna fire a bolt of dark smoke at N.
Oh,
N.
what?
N does 17 hit you.
Does what now?
17.
Yes.
Right. This bolt of dark smoke kind of impacts your chest. Just like Brian, you kind of expect more out of that impact, but it's not painful at all. But the smoke starts swirling around you,
Come at me.
hard to breathe, and you are blinded.
Oh no. Down one finger and 2 eyes.
God damn it.
I'm gonna put a marker on the blinded people.
Wait, you know.
Wish I would stay.
Is there an eye thing? Oh yeah, there's an eye. There we go.
Brian did say that he was blind now, right? I think I remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
And you all can see the black smoke swirling around them. Next up is Fenny. Next up.
Well, I suppose I will loose another bolt an arrow rather, at the one that attacked Brian first.
Okay.
In doing so, I will mark it as my favored foe.
Out of all my foes, you're my favorite.
Oh. It's not as good as I might have hoped, right? Let's see what's the modifier. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, whew, good. So let's see. Mark off favorite foe. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 piercing damage.
Okay. Once more, you use an arrow at the same target, and assisted by your little spirits, you manage to completely dissipate the smoke of this humanoid shape.
Hooray. Does that free Brian? Do I see like the smoke leave Brian with it, or is it still lingering?
Brian is still surrounded by smoke.
Oh shit.
Persistent damage.
Brian up in smoke.
This, like, isn't smoke his favorite terrain?
I would allow it if that was a thing.
Vicious
Okay.
rumor, man.
Just inhales the smoke monster.
Now it's this guy's turn. Brian.
And hold it in as long as you can. It hits harder.
Brian, you're unfortunately you're the only one visible in range of this guy. So he's gonna strike at you. He's gonna strike at you with advantage because you are blinded. Wow.
Oh, that's what that does. Oh.
Oh wow. I rolled a 5 and a 1, so that's a big ol' miss.
Feel the breeze, man.
Yeah, you did feel a breeze. Next up, it's number 3. It's this one. It's gonna get closer. Check. Yes, and he's gonna fire a bolt of smoke at Fenny.
Oh, he's going for it.
No.
Oh no!
Gotta do something.
That is 13 to hit.
Ooh.
A 13 does not hit.
All right. You see the bolt of smoke kind of coming for you, and you duck at the last moment, and it kind of just barely grazes your ears.
Nice.
Now your ears can't see anything.
Tickles my. Oh no!
That's 3, and that's 4.
My ear sight.
This guy
I'll be right back.
here.
If we're back then,
his ears.
and this isn't now,
Okay.
then now.
When will then be now?
Right,
We
now's the time, man.
didn't have a turn. So this one is gonna fire a shadow ball, a smoke shadow bolt at Valo.
Okay.
Ooh, that's natural 20.
Well, I think that's probably going to hit.
It's gonna hit. It's a crit, but there's no damage to double, so yeah. Basically the bolt impacts you, and black smoke swirls around you, and you are blinded.
They haven't heard us yet.
So, like, how blind? Just how blind am I?
Basically, you see mostly
nice.
you see,
Very
you see
nice.
Oh,
mostly
they're changing.
you see mostly black smoke, and maybe beyond it a little bit of what's
Daisy.
behind, but that's. Oh, cool.
That's the cool mode.
Blinded basically is the only thing it
Blind
affects
is
is
blind.
that you can't see, and when you attack something, if you think it's there, you have disadvantage, and something that attacks you has advantage.
Okay. Can I take a step without, like, falling over?
Spilling ass.
Tripping on my own dick.
Yes, you can move. I can't really do the dynamic lighting because I had a game in Pathfinder where we could like restrict the vision of every token however we wanted, but that doesn't work here. So
Neat.
That is pretty neat.
we need to sub for that.
Next up is this guy. He's gonna shoot at Finny
They're
I'm
upset.
trying to shoot at Fenny.
with a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Another shadow
Thankfully.
bolt misses you. Closer this time. Okay. And that leaves us to Elam. Invisible
Oh
Elam.
boy.
20-foot cube.
Let's find this fucking.
Blue.
I'm just gonna quiet. See something right quick. Yeah, there it is. Oh, slip here, you know,
Mhm.
and
Snippy, snippy.
Unfortunately, while blinded, Brian cannot offer you flanking.
Oh, fuck.
In that case, I would just move like here.
Sure.
Your dispel
Um,
breaks on damage, I think.
That's alright. It's gonna have to happen eventually.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack this guy, you know, upside his smoky ass head with my Thunder Gauntlet.
Okay.
So that's going to be. Let me see. This plus 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Alright. Now I just had a D8. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, D8?
Where'd you go? I miss you so.
Mr. D8. There you go.
Bump him in the schnoz.
6 damage.
6 damage.
And if he attacks anyone else, he's at disadvantage for the next till my next turn.
As you whack into it, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's like thick smoke. It kind of there's some resistance. Your hand is like kind of pushing into it, but it's also going right through it. It's a weird feeling. Yeah, you.
I don't like that.
Next up, Brian.
Just for flavor, then I wait for the thunder to hit till it's like right between its eyes. Just for flavor. Then just.
Brian, your turn.
Yeah, so, like, what? I'm confused about the movement.
You can move.
Well, I
freely.
know how far I am moving.
What do you mean?
Like,
Being blind.
let's say I want to cast a spell that has an area effect.
Okay.
And I knew that there was something over here-ish. So I would just head in that direction to try to get somewhat away from Elon.
Sure.
I know how far I'm moving at least.
Wait.
You can move 30 feet, I think, unless you have more. I think it would be. Oh no, you're a dwarf, maybe 25.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a
25.
question of like character judgment, like if he would be able to tell that he's moving far enough away to not blast Elam with something. Being blind.
Well, you can't see Elam. You can't see Elam's there. Yeah. Okay. You're moving over there.
Yeah.
Okay. You move, and weirdly, the smoke that was surrounding you does not follow. Kind of just.
You're not blind anymore, are you?
You're just moving out of it.
I can see.
All right.
You can see.
Oh, I
can see, guys!
No, I was wrong.
I just had to move.
It's the God damn it. It's the have you tried just not being depressed? Of
It's amazing how that works sometimes.
All right. So, I mean, if
Maybe try
if he
just
was
being
walking
happy.
out of it and could start seeing, then he would start positioning himself a little better.
God.
Is that okay? All right.
Many people walk around with sight.
And
Unappreciated. That's not you anymore.
cast our thunder wave.
Thunderwave. Okay. Can you?
Oh Lord.
Can you point out? Can you point out where you're aiming it?
It's an area. It's just
Just wherever.
15
man.
feet
Yeah,
around.
like
It's a
general
cube.
directions, so I can know
So-
who's hit.
So this is
It's
something
a-
that
It's
I have.
15 feet
It's
in
a
every
15
direction.
foot.
So this is
radius.
something. It's a cube.
Cube.
It's a cube.
15-foot cube.
So this is something that I had mixed up because I've seen a lot of people do it this way, where they cast it centered on themselves, but it's not. You basically put your hand out and cast it outward from yourself.
That's a
Cube.
cube.
It's a cube. No. It's a cube that is. It is.
It's a 15 foot by 15 foot
You,
square.
the origin is you at one of its sides.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Could you, in theory, go there? Be that corner?
Oh yeah, I guess it does say. It says, what? Really
Like,
confused.
yeah, it's like
It says,
basically you're a huge fucking
originating
amp, you know,
from
you're just-
you.
I mean, you could like.
Okay, well,
guess
I mean
just
that would be a
straight
different.
down.
I just would position differently, I guess, or not.
Yeah.
I would-
Feel free.
Could you make it a diamond?
You just made. I'm not good at this anyway, man. You just made it so
What is a
much
diamond if not
complicated.
just a slanty cube?
Right.
What it looks like is that you can't put multiples of them in the cube. It doesn't.
Here
look
in this
like.
circumstance. Ooh, that was close, but off.
What if you put all 4 quadrants of the big guy in the cube? Could you hit it 4 times? I'm kidding. That's not a But that'd be
man.
really funny.
I think he could, but he'd also have to hit the invisible gnome.
Oh, he's not
No.
invisible anymore.
There's an invisible gnome.
Okay.
Not anymore.
As far as I know.
No, I should be visible now because I hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh
did?
yeah, you would have turned visible.
Yeah, but I can't tell that because I'm blind.
So it's
Have you
15
tried not
foot-
being blind?
What does it mean though? 15-foot cube is like. Would that be like? So, 3 across
Mhm.
and 3 down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I were.
You know what? Just because I'm kind of hating on the grid. They are less than 15 foot apart.
Well, this looks like a position, right? So let's do that.
horizontally. Yeah, I'll let
I mean,
you hit
these
both.
two.
Yeah. That-
Okay.
Yeah. I personally, I turn
Yeah.
off the grids. I turn off the grid snap.
Yeah. 2 ends of the diamond. That's how you get him.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll let you hit both. I mean,
Oh, so you're like going like.
Yeah. Because I don't like to fuck with the dimensions in
That's not
in
even
roll
fair.
20, and I trust Lolo even less to like
There-
them. You know, like. I imagine you like it less than I do.
they're smoky monsters. You can clip a bit of cloud. There you go. Just. So what do they have to roll?
Really,
14.
I would have. Yeah, I would have thought that the
Constitution.
way would be different. But
14 Constitution saving.
Okay. The big one rolled a 1.
Go.
Small one rolled a 19.
What?
He brought his earplugs to this concert.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. You know, he's been to
he was
concerts.
out
before.
buying a T-shirt. Is what happened.
Yo, can you imagine
Very
like
important.
the mosh pit as a smoke monster?
Right? Give me the damage.
Own the pit.
A 13.
Oh,
13, nice.
I was surprised it's as shitty as I rolled.
13, and that's 3.
Not bad. And the large one's pushed, right? Is there a size restriction?
The successful save, they take half that damage, and they're not pushed. If they fail the save, they take full damage and are pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. Does that movement... I'll push him 10 feet away. Does that trigger attack of opportunity?
It does not. It is involuntary movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does trigger a middle finger.
Because in Pathfinder it does, so I was curious. Let's see. Next up... Who just played? Brian just played, so we go back up to Valo.
Valo there.
Valo there.
5-foot step here.
Okay, you're gonna...
And that's when I no longer
Does
see
it?
why.
Does a 10 hit you? No, it doesn't. as you kind of move away, you feel the wind of a blow kind of brush past you. And yeah, you move out of the cloud of dark smoke, and you are no longer blinded.
Okay, so this changes what I was going to do. Because I do have lesser restoration. That was planned, but that's not the plan now. So let's guiding bolt at 2nd level. The big guy
Yeah.
closest to me,
Okay.
Oh Lord, he coming.
motherfucker.
Oh Lord, he coming.
No, he ain't. 9.
Oh!
Oh no, 9 is not gonna hit.
Oh no,
Big
it was ruined.
Yeah, it bumped into the other die. I should re-roll it. Right?
Yeah, I know. Don't have a high AC,
Yes.
but they still have more than
Like
9.
last second, a dog barked or something, and it broke his concentration. And didn't get it hard.
Oh my God.
There's a dog?
There's
no
a dog, actually. There's the world's saddest dog in my life.
Yeah, it's just all alone,
Oh,
everywhere.
I'm so sad.
Because
Oh
I
my
should
God,
be
oh-
paying attention to the dog instead of D&D.
Well, can you pick dog up and bring dog to D&D and do both?
Dog is 70 pounds and orgy shaped. So,
I mean,
dog is
that's a big lap dog, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, dog is so big that dog would obscure me. And there's a cat in my lap too.
Just a ham with legs.
Alright.
So you got to get the dog in your lap and then let it sit so it has laps so the cat can sit in the dog's lap.
No,
dog.
I'm sorry. The dog takes up all of the space. The dog is
No.
5 foot square.
Oh,
Another kid.
I like
Do you
I like the dog.
do you want to use the rest of your movement, Valo, or are you staying at Frankie?
I may as well just stay where I'm at, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Because somebody else have fun.
Well, next up is the big guy next to you, Valo.
Guess it's
Oh,
his turn.
not him. Not that one.
Oh, well, see? Careful what you wish for.
This guy. And now it's the next turn, so it can. So you see this humanoid smoke shape kind of hold his hand towards N.
Oh no.
N, you feel the smoke swirling around you kind
No.
of tighten
Nobody.
Shit.
into like a solid form around your chest, and it's kind of
Into this?
compressing it. There's no damage yet, but you are now you're no longer blind because the smoke has kind of
Oh
gone
God.
us away from your face, but now you are restrained.
Fucking
Restrained. Shit.
smoke boa constrictor.
Grappled and restrained.
Oh,
Well, not
I
grappled
mean,
because it's not.
on a Friday night, I would be fine with all of this, but not right now.
Now ain't the time.
So yeah, attackers have advantage against you, and your movement speed is 0.
Great.
Be fine.
Fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Oh my god.
And yeah, your chest is getting compressed by this solid smoke now,
Great.
and it's even harder to breathe than before.
Great.
And next up, it is your turn, Hen.
Well, I can't. Okay, I can't move anywhere. Can I move into the water?
Bloop.
But you can't move at all.
Oh, great. Okay, so do I just like?
Oh, both of them?
What do I do? Do I just like try to pray the gay away? What am I supposed to do here?
You can try and
It's
escape.
terrible.
You can try and break out.
Okay.
There are actions for this.
How,
You can wet yourself.
Yeah.
That's always an option.
Oh, that was unspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've already
Basic-
peed all over
yeah.
ourselves.
Basically, just tell me what you'd like, what you want to do in this situation, and I'll tell you if there's a role for it.
I would like to not be encumbered by the stupid fucking smoke monster from Lost.
Okay.
It's a reasonable ask.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to slip out of its grip? Do you want to try to break free?
I'll break free.
Okay.
I like Queen.
I've got to break free.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's basically
You do-
athletics versus acrobatics. Is how you want to do it.
Oh, that sucks. I should have slipped. 16.
16. Yeah, you succeed. You kind of
Respect.
in old monk fashion, kind of punch at the hard smoke on your chest and kind of
Oh yeah.
manage
like
to get chunks of it off, and
bow training.
You.
and you break free, and the smoke kind of goes loose again and falls down into the water. You have freed yourself. That was your action.
Yay!
Some reason I didn't really see you as that kind of monk.
Me neither. I'm feeling some Enter the Dragon shit right now.
Right?
Okay, that was your action. You still have movement and bonus action.
I smell terrible.
You smell slightly better now. You've been in the fountain for a bit.
Yeah. I peed in it.
Who hasn't?
Some of you people have never fucking done that.
I think peeing in the fountain's probably a free action in this instance.
I've peed in that.
Maybe it's a
I've
peed in
reaction.
that
I
fountain.
don't
It's,
know.
Hundreds
it's,
of
a, it's a
times.
free action. It's a free action, but it's continuous for 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
It's
Roll for urine.
It's been a while.
Yeah. As long
Been
as
saving
Uh,
up.
2 rounds.
for
That's
6
just
seconds.
Do you wanna?
2 rounds. That's
do
like
you
what?
wanna-
12 seconds. That's not very much.
Do you want to move, Em?
God damn it.
Also, what monk abilities do you have? Like, you have key points you can spend to usually occupy your bonus actions to do cool shit.
I have key points. I got
Well, you
that.
should have like flurry of blows maybe or
Flurry
something
of
like
blows.
that.
Yeah,
Stick
but
to
I
the
think,
wind.
at
Protection defense.
this level, all the bonus action stuff is going to be part of an attack action.
Patient defense is one.
You can snatch arrow from the air.
Yeah, you can do.
I
You can take.
do that.
Yeah, you can take the dodge action as a bonus action for the key
Yeah.
point. Patient defense.
Don't have to.
You don't have
Okay.
to, but that's a cool thing you can do.
I mean,
Monks do shit fast.
man, you know what? I'm gonna real talk out of character here. I don't know that I know enough to like make this monk fucking cool as shit, and I feel
You'll
bad.
be fine. He's
Okay.
already
Okay.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
man.
the monk is
We are but
Monk
level
is cool.
3, and you'll flex. You'll flex as we go.
Monks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you. Yeah.
It grows.
Oh,
Can I-
Like eventually your hands become magic weapons.
Oh, cool. Growers, not showers. Okay. Can I just keep like
Like wizards.
looking for the rock thing? I'm kind of fixated. That's a problem.
Yeah, you'll have to do it on your next turn because you
Okay, cool. Okay,
use
that's
your
it.
action to break up.
I will hang out and look
Okay.
for rocks more.
That brings us to the turn of this thing.
fucking get owned by smoke mans. Or women, or non-binaries.
Smoke non-binary beings.
Yeah, I can't really gender them. That's not fair.
This guy up there is gonna fire a smoke bolt at Elam this time.
Rude. Very rude.
That's a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, right over your
I
head.
just pop it away with my shield or something. Yeah, that works too, because I'm short.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
They don't,
We just want the
not
rock.
really move. Next up is Fenny.
Come on, Fen.
Dear,
Ooh.
that might not help. I can stick with the traditional uses, or we can get creative. I like creative. It's 20 foot. It's 20 foot cube.
Fighting smoke monsters is kind of triggering cravings.
This could be
Damn it, Lolo.
okay.
Every time you do that, I want to smoke.
Yeah. Okay. I understand they're looking for the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people are.
This, hopefully you can dodge this. So what I'm gonna do is,
I love when the turn starts like this.
Hopefully you can dodge this.
yes, you should be
Okay,
fine.
we're listening.
You should be fine. So fine, ever so fine.
It should be alright.
So what I'm gonna do is on the center of the fountain, which is within 60 feet of me,
Okay.
I will say
Hold on, I'll help you look.
and cast Fairy Fire, which will illuminate every object within a 20-foot cube. So hopefully, basically, I'm applying the like the shader, so you can wall
You
hack.
got the
right?
highlighter out, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
okay.
Like you apply the
Okay.
wall hacking shader, so you can see the objects through the walls and shit. So I'm gonna send my little spirits over there to drizzle down and hop up and down and highlight everything in violet.
Is there a roll?
Those two in the fountain should make a dex saving throw to not be lit as well.
Oh, great.
Because if you are
Super.
illuminated, then every attack against you will be at
no.
advantage.
All right, guys.
Don't you want to get lit, man?
Make a dex saving throw. You can like fail it on purpose if you want to shine.
Yeah,
I
attacks.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't need a fucking purpose. I got 10.
Okay, you are illuminated
Oh, great.
by my little bunnies.
got
My
18
little
on
spirits are like
roll.
hopping up and down on you, and you got like an outline on you.
Fuck.
18.
Ah.
Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, Dex DC
I'll
13.
resist. How do I? Okay.
Yes, as it
With
says.
this, with this,
everyone-
I'll let you add to the investigation roll.
Okay, do I roll something to
Just
add
roll
to
straight
it?
investigation.
Okay. Oh, yuck. I was hoping it'd be more in their hands and they would it would give them an easier time to see. But I rolled an
Slit your throat,
11.
you don't-
Investigation is -1, so 10.
10. That'll do it. One of your bunny spirits, kind of under the water, bumps into something, and a faint outline of a rectangular white stone starts to glow in the middle of under the water.
All right. Hopefully that'll help you guys.
Find my
Being
precious.
eliminated.
As your spirits makes contact with the stone and illuminates it, shadowy forms
Ah,
start to appear.
Oh no. More.
Around the edges
Oh,
of the
great.
square.
Great.
Oh, there's more. Guys, I think the stone's over
Probably
there.
okay, guys. We just gotta get the shiny thing.
And I'll use my
Really want it.
movement to go to the other side of the building.
Okay. Next up, we have the big one here. It's gonna go strike at Elam.
I wouldn't.
It's your fault. we're
Actually,
here.
it kind of has to. No, it's not.
Does a 16 hit you?
It does not.
It does not.
I laugh in the face of danger. Ha ha!
Next up is this one.
Oh,
It's gonna fire a smoke bolt at N.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
at advantage
Which
because
will be at advantage, unfortunately.
very
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just remind the DM.
Because of
Give the
fanfare.
DM every single reminder.
Like putting a fucking target.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
exactly
exactly what it is.
That's
Yeah.
That's good.
I think-
That's good because I rolled a 9 and the second one is 19.
I think your fellow players are trying to kill you.
Well, you know what?
It wouldn't be
There are
D&D.
easier ways for me to quit, gang.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Everyone
Well,
here that
well,
lives is
sure.
one of you that
Just-
can't that tries to take my rock.
you know, forget about all of that.
Just trying to fucking help you.
Yeah, it's fine. man.
you are now blinded in a puff
Great.
of smoke.
Right.
There it
Next
is.
up,
Yeah, like that.
this guy is gonna fire a shadow bolt at Elam. Not at advantage, and that is a
Yeah.
4.
Nice.
That's not gonna work.
Massive.
All right.
Shoot your shot. See what happens.
Elam, it is your turn.
Alright. I mean,
I'm gonna actually highlight where the stone is. A little square there.
Huh.
So close.
I'm really want that wrong.
That
But
is
I'm
actually the
still
color
gonna-
I imagined it, even though it says violet.
Violet, you're turning violet. I'm gonna take a smack at this guy with my thunder god for the game. So that's going to be
Thunder god.
Ooh. 21.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah,
21 hits.
that's gonna be another 6 points of thunder damage.
Boom. Yeah, you disturb its shape as the smoke tries to reform, but pieces of it are missing.
Do I have any bonus actions on them? Anyways. No, I just say, keep the rock safe. And I keep staring him down.
Okay. All right. Next up is Brian.
Yeah, just I'm not very good. The bonus action, that's always like after your action. Is that what?
Doesn't have to be.
No, you can use it anytime you want.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll just start off with the expeditious retreat. Did we see like things happening over by the pool or the fountain?
You do see the stone you're looking for is glowing in there.
Okay.
Looks very nice.
Show me what you got.
I have to reread the spell. I don't remember. I need a spell book.
Egghead book you.
Okay. So on my action, I can double dash essentially.
Okay. You're doing Expeditious Retreat?
Well, I cast Expeditious Retreat, but that's only I can only use dash on my bonus action, which I just used up. But I can use my full movement to get over here.
You can still dash using your action.
Right, and can I pick it up still?
Yeah, picking it up as a free action.
Okay. And then consume my movement. Okay. Well,
You can easily make it to the stone by dashing.
yeah, okay.
It's 35 feet
Pick it
away.
up. And then I'll have another 15 feet.
Okay.
Yep. So, I have stone.
So you pick up the stone and move away.
When you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action, you can take the dash action. So as part of casting the spell, you can take the dash action. You can dash as part of the spell.
Well, he dashed.
But okay.
No
But
issue.
that means you still have an action available to you if you need it.
As you grab the stone, a circle.
Sorry, as
circle
you
of
grab
land-
the stone, Vallo cackles and looks to the gods defiantly and says, "We're coming for you, fuckers."
As you grab the stone, it is very strange looking. Like it is pure white, but when you look away from it, it seems in your peripheral vision you can see inscription in deep black, like engraved on it. But when you look at it, there's nothing. As you touch it, a circle of landscape around you kind of grows as it inside it seems to revert to the dirt road and grass you were on before, and outside of it it's still Neverwinter.
Whoa! You guys see this? This is crazy. Is that visible to other people?
Yes. Next up is Valo.
The true pure nerd in me is saying, I have seen the end of Star Trek: The Next Generation and all good things. And I feel like we have just created the event in the past.
Oh, this is a bootstrap paradox.
Oh,
Fuck.
that one. Yeah, the actual. Let's see.
Vallo, the power hungry and mad in this moment, with an opportunity to strike at the gods, is just going to take a little stroll over here to this nice little safe and interesting looking place and say, I think we should all get together for this moment. And then I'm going to cast that spell that I cast all the time.
Oh, Deus Ex Machina?
Yeah, that's the one. You know the one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a spell called that?
I don't know.
I mean, divine intervention is basically
It'd
that.
be weird. It would be weird for you to cast that.
No,
I
it
mean,
wouldn't. It's fine.
DM only spell.
Yeah, well, I waste another second level spell with a 6. So I'm just very excited about this rock since I managed to throw a spell away at this nice big monster right down here.
Okay.
Still gather around the precious.
After that, filling the square are a whole slew of smoky bolts are flying all around.
Phew.
Let me pull up the
Who
dice.
this you, Penny?
Benny,
Nice knowing you.
this cart's leaving soon. I have a feeling.
Fanny does a 17
Carts are
hit
rocking.
you?
17 does hit.
Okay. So Finny, you are blinded as a puff of smoke kind of swirls around you. It becomes hard to breathe.
Okay.
I don't know where I put this on you. That's fine. Blinded. N does a 15 hit you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, same for you.
Yet.
Great.
Puff of smoke and blindness.
Extra blinded.
Well, you were already blinded, so no change there.
Yeah.
The rest of you within the circle, as the bolts of smoke kind of cross this threshold, they just vanish.
I reach out and caress.
They don't
the
seem to
shiny
exist.
rock.
They don't seem to exist on this side of the circle. Okay.
He hands us off, my precious.
Hey, get your fluffy tail in here.
I'll delete this.
Follow up, boys.
There's a dot. A rogue dot.
Whatever. There's a dot there now.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is N.
All right. I'm not encumbered by this smoke. I'm just blind as shit, right?
Right, just
Correct.
step this way.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna just go into
Follow
the
the voice.
Follow
circle.
the sound of my voice.
All right. I'm doing it. Here I am.
Alright, you move out of the smoke, you're no longer blinded.
Oh, thank God. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
And you cross the threshold of this kind of different reality kind of growing around Brian.
Everybody hug Brian.
Pattern buffers are in place. We just need everybody inside the circle.
There's another bolt coming from one of the monsters towards Brian, but it dissipates at the edge of the circle. And it's Fenny's turn.
Come on, Fen.
I'll take a nap. Oh, I will use.
Yeah.
I'll use
Nice
my.
knowing you.
I'll use my movement to move 30 feet, hop down from the roof, and use my action to dash.
Okay.
Altogether 60 feet. Come here. Pew. Whee!
Right. As time goes by, there's
got it.
flurries of attacks coming your way, but each time they cross the threshold, it just dissipates. And
Touch it.
the circle grows larger and larger, and kind of destroys the entities as it passes through, and kind of restores restores the landscape to what it was before you crossed that weird blurry threshold. You're kind of back on the road.
As we're facing at him, like, bye, dragon.
That guy was cool.
A bye, dragon.
You are back on the road. You see the convoy reappear in front of you. They kind of look at you surprised, like, we lost sight of you for a second, guys.
Not a worry in the world.
Yeah, that's fine.
We saw a dragon and
Do I
smoke.
still have the rock?
Yes,
God,
Brian,
you
you
ruined it.
still have the stone in your hands.
Can I have that stone, Brian?
But yeah, oh.
We did.
And I stone Brian.
You go.
It came to me in a dream, Brian.
Oh, I gave it to healing right away.
Yeah, I have the stone. I'm just gently caressing the stone. It's the
Maybe
god
you can
stone.
figure out
How do you
what
like
it
that?
is,
I actually would like to Arcana check it.
I want to sniff it. I want to smell it.
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
The joking aside, I would check it for. So my Arcana is 16.
16. You have absolutely no doubt that it's magical.
This stone is magical.
Weirdly, you can't really investigate the writing on it because it vanishes when you look straight at it. It only exists in your peripheral vision. It's a really strange thing.
For now, I will call it Godsbane.
And yeah,
Not
no,
religion
can't really discern a purpose to it beyond what it did for you guys.
I would let Valen see it. If he wants to.
You'll. Can I religion check it?
Sure.
I'm not sure it's any better, but
Drown music.
22.
Oh.
22. Studying the marking as best you can see them and nature of the stone, you are fairly certain that it is not affiliated with any religion you've ever heard of.
That's good. Okay, this is not attached to any religion I've ever studied. Oh wait, I think I do have.
Should I put it in the safest place I know?
I will cast Identify on it
Oh, even better.
Okay.
because we got a pearl specifically for this.
That's right.
Let me think. Considering where you are, who's holding it?
I'm holding it.
Okay.
Oh wait, or did you want to hold it while you took it? I was letting you do whatever you want. I was holding it out, so if you took it.
I will take it, sure.
Alright.
Okay. But when you're casting, like Ilium would still be in front of you. So as you cast Identify on the stone, you determine that it is a gnome. What class were you, Ilium? A gnome artificer. In your hands.
It's-
And any other detail that you can make out from Elam, that's what you read from the stone.
They have like a shock of plum hair.
As for its purpose,
Well,
Questionable.
It has-
it's either so powerful it's beyond the conception of my spell, which is what I'm going to guess, or it's a mouthy little gnome,
Have piercingly blue eyes.
as far as I can tell.
Have you tried talking to it? Hey, Stone.
Hi. I'm Benny.
Hey, talk back. Sounds just
And the
like
guards just look at us like we've lost our fucking minds.
and surprisingly,
Just hold a finger
for a
there.
brief
Shut
moment,
up. We're talking to the stone.
surprisingly, in everybody's head, a voice kind of resonates. Well, this is an interesting development.
What?
Is this the same voice that said that we weren't supposed to be in the
It is
square?
the exact same voice.
Can I roll history with Vulan stats?
If you
I
could,
mean-
you would know. If you could, you would know who it is. But you
Yeah.
can't.
I do have a history score.
I do too.
Good to meet you, dude. Voice from wherever.
There's no answer.
I think inside to the spiders.
Was that you?
As you address the swarm within you, you're met with a disturbing silence, and your attention is on the stone, and very faintly you can hear wrong.
Wrong me. I'm so mad. I just rolled to see what I would get if I did a history check, and I rolled really well.
I mean,
It's
there's no point in a history check.
definitely weird.
You would not have heard of any.
Yeah.
You would not recognize that voice.
Let's just say I
Fellow
go
will
with a 20.
casually attempt to put it in his pocket.
It's like,
Hey,
how
You
big
wanna-
is it? Is it like just a rectangular?
Yeah, I want to.
It's like a.
You want to keep it there, or you want to keep it in like maybe
So like
another small dimension?
I don't
like
want
this
this
big?
to leave this dimension at all.
It's like a brick.
Why do you want
Alright,
so
then.
much?
A little worrisome, but
Oh.
okay.
I mean, it looks pretty,
It looks pretty.
but
Yes.
maybe you could like timeshare it or something.
Timeshare it. I love that.
oh,
That's
fucking
amazing.
magic hulking rock scam.
Well, if we want to hide it, then we should put it with the sand. Wait.
I wouldn't do that.
no,
You probably shouldn't. Yeah.
no.
Red rum.
It might, like, break it.
Or us.
It'll erase it. Then,
Uh.
then we won't do the job.
I think I walk over to the driver. How long were we gone?
Don't know, like a couple seconds.
We saw you disappear too.
We were
we've been
gone
there.
for way longer than that to us.
Yeah.
I don't
Time to
know
get to
what
the
that
well.
means.
We spent like actual time in a different place.
I saw Neverwinter. It's pretty there.
Yeah,
The sky was black
Neverwinter's
though.
been destroyed for a long time.
we
I
saw
know.
Neverwinter before the storm.
The dragon
Yes.
said so.
I think
And then
we
another
saw a
driver,
dragon that we've met before.
another driver perks up. You time traveled!
Oh, he's geeking out.
Yeah, but
That's
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
that's heavy, man.
I mean, I think that's what happened.
I've read so much fiction about this very subject.
What's your favorite?
it's
There
really
was
not
this
that
one-
cool.
There was this one where the guy went back, or no, he went forward way too far, and then there was people in the trees and people in caves, and then one of those that was eating the other ones, and then he wanted to go back, and he kind of goes on a rant.
And this one time, there's the guy who went back and like fucked his mom.
Which sucks, because I wanted to go back in time and fuck his mom. Wait.
Save it for Literotica, dude. Come on.
Oh my god.
And Fanny's just
Competitive,
And he just
competitive
perched on-
erotic fan fiction, here we come.
perched on the cart in front of the guy.
The
Just like
comedy show that a friend, someone I know used to know used to run.
he's just listening in rapt attention at the stories this guy's telling.
Wow.
Calvin
It
Klein
wasn't like
thing.
that.
We didn't have any control over it though.
The
I
sky
didn't
was black,
fuck
and then we
anybody's mom.
grabbed. Where'd it go? We grabbed the.
It's in
we
a
grabbed the
pocket.
thing, and
I point to his
Yeah, it's
pocket.
in a pocket.
It's like I point right to
Just
his
point
crotch.
to the
I say,
big-
and we grabbed that, and then we came back.
Yes, we
Like,
grabbed
is that a rock
and
in your
put it
pocket, or
in
are
the
you happy to see it?
and yeah, how big is
Yes.
the rock? Is it like this size, like a brick?
Yeah, about this size, yeah, I would say.
So you just
Yeah,
got this
about
like,
8 inches.
big lump just wedged into your pocket.
Now that's a bolt.
In or out of the water. Now is that in or out of the cold fountain
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Oh, what's the temperature like right now?
Grower or a shower?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, what time of year is it that we're traveling?
I would say late spring.
Late spring? It's a good time. It's nice.
um,
A little rainy on the Sword Coast, but it's nice.
I think we should discuss this while moving. I don't want to be stuck where we
Oh,
here.
yeah, I presumed we were.
I-
Well,
But they would've
we'll
stopped
get
if they didn't see us.
we'll get to the bridge town within the hour. It should not be an issue.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out on the roads with a
Wait.
renewed vigor.
I look
Vala
over.
reluctantly hands the rock back to Ewan.
I slip it in my bag of holding.
Break time? Yeah, that's a
And
good,
I
that's a
look-
good break
yeah.
time.
That's good. Yeah.
All right, as Elam puts the time and space bending artifact into his extra dimensional pocket, we will go ahead and
I don't know why you think
head
that's
off
relevant.
on a break, a real brief break, and we will see you guys shortly. We'll go get refreshed, and back in a minute to continue the adventures.
Alrighty then.
Astrogation systems to enable. Life support to enable. Reflector shields to enable land run. Targeting systems to enable. Alpha interface to enable. Laser interface to run. Twin lasers to enable. Low bombs to run. Sharp rifle to enable. Range to run. All systems go.
All systems are go. Items primed and ready.
Go one, then go.
Well, now we gotta go back and do it all over again. Oh, hey,
You
everybody.
hear me chewing on these cookies?
All
We're
right.
back. We have returned
Cookies and
to the
pocket
adventure.
sandwiches. I think I'm getting pizza.
You guys are making your way towards the bridge town, kind of musing over the event that you just went through. They are very strange because you assume that dead scents have been transported before. Never has there been a report of such strange events. Making your
Really
way,
strange.
yeah, making your way towards Bridgetown. Something strange, again,
No,
is
no.
Imagine.
is happening.
Oh, something normal happens. You just arrive. The end.
The normal thing would be the weird thing at this point.
Honestly.
As a late spring day transition into what appears to be an autumnal evening, as over
right.
Bridgetown, dark clouds are kind of circling the town, and you can see leaves falling from trees much earlier than they should. And
Hello.
it suddenly shifts to a very dreary weather as you get closer to town.
I just want to say autumnal is probably my favorite word.
It's a very good word.
There
I'm a
you
big
go.
fan of arugula.
That one goes to you.
Verisimilitude. Okay, so we've. Oh, I like this picture a lot. Very nice picture.
Yes.
Oh,
That's nice.
Oh,
So that was like a
Make it
really
definitely
gradual
go to town.
change.
Nothing bad could happen here.
It was not as gradual as you would expect. It was very like
Could we
sunny,
look
boom,
behind us?
overcast.
We look
I
behind
wonder
us.
why they call it Bridgetown.
Ironic.
Search me.
Town.
On the on the northern
Donald Bridge.
bank of the river, there seemed to be like a fortified installation.
Which side are we
And-
on?
On the northern part.
Yeah, we're coming in from north.
Actually, I'll put the group token I have on the map. I'll put it there.
Oh. That village.
Yeah, coming from this way.
Okay.
There seemed to be some activity around this fortified place. The gate, unlike on the picture, the gate is closed, and there seems to be a crowd kind of protesting in front of it. People are yelling, angry voices are flying about.
What are they saying?
It's still a bit too, it's a little bit of a cacophony right now. We can't really make out anything specific.
We don't have any elves, do we?
How far are we from? I have big ears.
I have bunny ears.
Oh, what do your bunny senses tell you?
I'm gonna curiously hop forward. How far are they? Are they from us? Where are we in relation to this crowd?
Well, this is not really to scale, but I'd say you'd be about 80 feet away from the crowd.
Okay, I'll go scurry ahead and get nosy in the crowd.
They got their butts.
Okay.
You can get nosy around their butts.
I'm 4 feet tall, so easily. Still have to bend a little bit.
Oh,
You
no.
gotta stoop a little bit.
Why you gotta brag about being so tall?
Yeah.
Fanny, as you make it kind of near and into the crowd, you hear complaints being thrown at what appears to be the leadership of the town. That they're incompetent, that they cannot solve the issue of the weather, the problem that their gods are powerless.
All right, it's all accurate. Okay.
X out.
Regular.
I'll tug on someone's sleeve.
Excuse me. Hi,
What is that?
I'm Fanny. What day is it today?
What- It's oh jeez, D&D dates. It's a day in late spring.
Yeah, so
It's
Time to get on.
yeah.
It's
By
the month
comparison,
of
it's the day
Marduk,
it should be.
the 12th day of the week.
Yeah. Fucking 10 days
It's
and
the
shit.
15th of Florgelheim.
But okay, as long as the date tracks with what the day it should be. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
it does.
saying.
Okay, thank you.
Alright,
Oh,
story
what's,
checks
what's
out.
the problem? Are you guys mad at something? You guys mad at?
Now, do I look at where the complaints are going? Like, are you
Mad at?
You mad, bro?
Him? Them?
The problem is it's spring and we haven't seen a spring in 3 years. This town is cursed. Cursed, I tell you, and they can't do anything about it. They pray every day and nothing.
3 years.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Well, the
it's been like-
problem's obviously your
it's been like-
gods.
It's been like this for 3 years? Oh wow.
Yes, the crops are dying. We're famished.
It's a long time.
Have you tried growing pumpkins?
I was just fucking about to say that.
Yeah, sorry.
God damn, it's literally what I was about to say.
Oh, you love to see it.
We've tried everything. Nothing
Oh my
grows.
god.
Even Summikins.
And they hoard the food in this castle. We can't survive any longer like this.
Oh,
We need to take over.
Well, that's not
So I
right.
look at
Who's they?
the cart drivers and it's like, do we have anything to do? Is this where we're going, or do we still have a long way to go?
We have a long way to go, and we need to cross that bridge.
Is the bridge open?
Did y'all like scooch aside so we can get across this bridge?
Well, the crowd is kind of piled up in front of this. Let me trace.
Manor, this estate.
In front of this
up,
fortification, the crowd is kind of piled up and blocking access to the bridge.
Can we go?
Vala pulls out a sign. Ask me why your gods suck.
Hell
Your
yes.
Dodger shit changed my mind.
Yeah.
Go now. Nobody goes until we eat.
I
Well,
pull out some rations and kind
I
of
was gonna say,
fling
yeah.
them in
Excuse
the
me?
general.
I don't understand that you're blocking
I was
our
thinking
passage.
about that with some of the gold in the back.
can't eat that.
I've got trail rations. Chuck it.
No, we're not. We're not blocking your exit. We're blocking our bridge.
Yeah.
What can we?
So can you not?
Tell you what. You get them to release the food. We release the bridge.
Fair
Where's
enough.
where's all the food? Where do they keep it?
In there, and he points kind of at the
Just generally,
general
okay.
direction
Yeah.
of the barricade.
I have an answer. We should burn it down.
Burn the food.
Not the food.
Well,
No, these
that's the
people are being
problem.
dicks too.
The problem is that burning doesn't usually stay in one location.
Can we go kill them? They're
Burning
like,
is a nice
making
distraction to
people
open up a
starve.
bridge.
How hard would it be to throw Finney over this wall?
Finny tossing.
Bunapole.
I mean, I'll strength check you.
Maybe somebody else should roll that.
Let me see.
Not me.
Hang on.
And Fanny would have to be willing to be thrown.
I'll take a boost.
Oh, wait.
I'll try
I
and,
need
I
I can try and get over.
Can I look and see if there's anyone addressing the crowd? Like, there's a crowd out here, so clearly somebody in this estate would be like, all right, guards, make sure they don't cause trouble. So are they like guards in front of the gates, guards up on the parapets?
It seems like it doesn't seem to be any guards in front of the gate. You can see some guards kind of patrolling around, and there's some in the towers at the corners of the fortification.
Okay.
Ryan just goes up and knocks. on it.
Yeah, Elan's just gonna try to walk straight up to the door.
I'll break off and I'll just circle around the perimeter of the thing and take a look and see if there are blind spots. And probably make my way back.
Blind spots? No, not really. Like the four corners with with high up guards kind of covers everything.
Okay. And can I see if there are any trees nearby the gate where I could conceivably go from the trees and hop up over and make
Yeah,
make
the
a note of that.
one in front of the barricade here.
Oh, one in front. Okay.
Is the door, as it appears in this drawing, a wooden thing?
It is. It's just closed now.
Does anybody
I'll come
open the
back.
door when Brian knocks?
No.
Well, you're shit out of luck. Let's move on. No.
Look, how high are these?
How high is what?
Towers.
I'm
Where the
gonna
guards
guess
are.
2 stories, roughly. It
Uh,
looks like
yeah.
the house, maybe 2 to 3 stories.
Wait. Let me convert my meters into your units.
Like 3.94.
In feet. Hold up. Easy. No, not inches and feet, meters. Oh, the towers are about 36 feet up.
Ooh.
And there's guards up here, yeah?
Yes.
I'm just gonna walk up to one where I see the guard looking down. And instead of yelling myself, I'm gonna minor illusion my voice about 30 feet up, so it's a little loud to say, we want to come in and talk to whoever's in charge. We're not gonna start any problems. We just need to get through.
That's a lie.
See the guard on top. See the guard on top of the tower go. Oh. What the?
And then I'm like, little tiny gnome just like,
Kind of looks around, sees a tiny gnome pointing at himself. He looks.
and then the voice says, "Yep, that's me."
You see gestures like.
Tick tock, motherfucker.
Yeah, we don't want to have to break this door down.
Yeah, we will.
We
do
just
it.
need to talk to whoever is in charge.
He kind of looks down at you. It doesn't know if his voice would reach it. You can see his mouth moving. It's like.
Can I take this moment and hopefully while he's distracted looking at Elam, to scurry up a tree and hop
Sure.
to the wall?
Is he insinuating he can't hear me? Is that what I inferred?
He's saying he's trying to
Could be.
respond, but like his mic is muted.
Yeah. Make me a stealth check with advantage.
Cool.
Ooh, nice. Stealth is +5, right? 24.
24. Okay. You sneak by. You get to the top of the tree, confident that you won't be noticed. But from there, you can see that beyond the barrier, there's a bunch of guards.
Okay, and they're all, are they in like formation? Are they patrolling? Are they on top of the walls? Like whereabouts are the guards?
There's a few of them patrolling kind of the general walls. Most of them are staying towards the gate. But the rest of the guards, a good majority of them, are just around,
Lounging, smoking and joking.
leaning against walls.
I start talking to the crowd.
Okay.
Your gods aren't going to fix this. You're going to have to do it yourself.
My God.
Yeah, we can tell.
Okay.
Fang's done nothing for us.
Exactly. They don't care, do they? They never hear you.
You have this great feeling of preaching to the choir, but not really because. There's no-
Could I? Okay, looking over to where the tree limb would nearest go to the wall. Whatever guard is closest to that, basically in an attempt to clear out just a spot for me to land and not be seen by someone nearby. Could I... How far would that be? How far would it be to the wall? Within 30 feet?
From the tree to the wall?
From the big tree to the wall.
Like distance tree wall is it's about 10 feet.
Okay, awesome. Can I maybe druidcraft a little, like one of my little spirits comes in and they just into a little bee and just druidcraft a little bee to just kind of buzz around the guard and like crawl into his armor. Just be there.
The one on the tower?
No, I mean, where's the where would the landing be? In whatever nearest to the tree limb where I would arrive. A landing zone.
On the other side of the wall. There would be like, depending on where the patrol is, either 1 or 2 guards.
Okay, I might not have to do that. You just wait.
Yeah, I'm having a Jesus on the Mount moment.
Oh yeah, everybody's really buying what you're selling. Like, yeah, fuck the gods. They haven't done anything. We haven't eaten in too long.
Right, they're indifferent. Completely indifferent. That's why they're not worth your time.
He's right! Yeah, this is nonsense. You're teaching nonsense to our children!
Ooh. I do have a question. With my travel on the roads all this time, I guess I had no idea this place was cursed, but do I know about this town? Do I know anything about the town? About the people who live here? Who the hell lives in this manor?
Was this town cursed and the alternate reality existed before we brought the thing back from time?
Right.
Yeah, as far as you can, still make me a history check just to get there.
Oh shit! Natural 20. For 19.
Okay. Yeah. As far as you can tell, with you haven't been there in person, but you've heard about this bridge town, and it's been described as pleasant to live in.
Not cursed.
Nothing about a curse.
Could be worse. It could be a giant casino.
And there's nothing about like some despotic
No.
landlords.
The not exactly mayor, but like the chief of this settlement is rumored to be like a kindly old man, like just a general all good guy.
Okay. I guess I won't even wait for the guard. Well, for effect, I'd like to. I'd like to wait for one of the guards to patrol by the tree, go from the tree to the wall.
Okay.
Boom. And be stealthy as I can until I can look around. Do it. And can I?
I'm gonna keep your 24.
Oh, awesome.
I'm still gonna roll for the guards.
Yeah. Can I clock a path into the manor?
No, there's nothing
Yeah.
that's really out of sight.
Okay, yeah, it was, trying to dodge the spotlights in fucking Metal Gear Solid, but like broad daylight.
You have not been
The ration, man. It's
you
right
have
there.
not been noticed.
Whose footsteps are these?
Okay.
Oh my god.
What was that noise? Gotta go check it out. I'll be
I
right
see.
back.
Either I try to let them in directly, or I talk to a guard pleasantly because I'm naive.
Let the right one in.
That's a good movie.
While Fenny is kind of sneaking over to the wall, what's everybody else doing? Valo is still preaching to the choir.
Yeah, and I'm discussing the advantages of following the ways of the Athar, who do
Okay.
not believe the gods are worthy of, and you can still derive the power from without the gods just by believing in yourself.
Make me a persuasion check.
Come on, buddy.
I mean, I've got the skill. It's just, what's the roll?
Come on, buddy.
17.
Ooh.
17. Yeah, you get. At first, when you mention your own version of beliefs, they're kind of taken aback. Like, you just talked about gods. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, and you get a good majority of the crowd kind of on your side on this one.
Right. Would you like to take a pamphlet? So.
I will let you distribute pamphlets.
Nice.
What's the rest of you guys doing?
I'm unsuccessfully trying to use the lighter.
You keep holding a torch to the door.
Yeah, I'm just like I can't get it to light because it's doing that fucking thing that it does. You know, where you have to like the flint doesn't catch. Right?
It's like, check your butane level, man.
Look, it's a fucking magic lighter. Okay, I didn't ask any questions. It made fire happen. It's just not working right now.
Okay. What about Brian and Elam? Are you guys doing anything?
I go back
Elam.
towards the door and I just look up at the guard again and I like point at the door.
Okay.
Looking angrier and angrier.
Kind of looks down at you, completely oblivious of Fenny that's right in his line of sight, like between you and him, and he's like points at the door and goes.
So right next to him, I go.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Fanny. Can we come
Falls
in?
off and dies.
I mean, I'm already in, but can my friends come in? We want to talk to the guy that lives here.
Yep.
Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'll on the inside of the manor, I'll like drop and hang from the gate, and
Okay.
land and see if I can just unbar the gate.
Well, first of all, you're greeted by lances pointed at you.
And now
They
we
are
discuss the
taking-
power of collective organization.
They are taken by surprise. Make me an athletics check.
Yeah, my wisdom, I rolled a natural 1 to see what I would do there, so I figure that's fair.
Yeah, Penny.
Nice. Nice.
I'm sure it seemed like a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's naive, you know. He's like,
I'm sure they'll let
It
us come
seemed
in
like
and
a
talk.
great idea.
They'll be friends. They're
Yeah.
not bad guys.
Well, now they've got.
I mean, I'm
stick.
sure that they're just doing their job. And
It's
they just,
following orders, right?
AGAB.
you know, probably can't hear us all the way down here.
So we got an AGAB situation.
Uh-huh. What was your athletics, Penny?
Oh, athletics.
Yeah.
To I guess drop and hang or like to lift the bar.
To lift what's locking like the huge like wooden bar that's locking the door.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be pretty large. Not my first time handling large wood though.
Zing.
Let's see. It's not that great. It's 11.
11. Yeah, you kind of get under it and start pushing with your shoulder, and you're like,
He's small.
yeah. And the guards are looking at you, but completely befuddled, like looking at each other.
Fucking what?
What? And pointing their lance at you. Then don't move.
Is that funny?
Well, I suggest that the entire crowd start trying to lift the door together.
Okay, maybe another persuasion
Hang on.
check.
On the way
What?
here.
Maybe
Oh, you-
another persuasion check.
Slightly better, 18.
18. Okay. You get them riled up, and you get a good 80% of them to, yeah, we've had enough. This said we take action into our own hands. And they all kind of slip their fingers in the gap between the door and the floor and go, "Ah!" And at this moment, from the main building, I guess Fenny would see it. The main entrance, the door booms open, and you see the thickest man you've ever seen. Just about as wide as he's tall. A huge mound of blubber with like buboes all over his face, and a disgusting trail of slimy spit kind of drooling from his chin, and a kind of a monk-like bowl cut.
Red.
The Caesar.
Is it red? Is he the Baron Harkonnen?
It's kind of imagine
a political
the
cartoon
old movie Baron Harkonnen,
capitalist.
but like fatter. And yeah, he kind of wobbles up of the building and goes, "That's enough of the ruckus. Can't take this anymore." And yeah, Penny, you see this disgusting homunculus kind of protruding out of this building.
Ooh. Quality word.
And we're gonna stop the session here.
All right.
Oh wow.
Son of a bitch! I just got the crowd with me.
Now I have to go watch Dune again.
Man, I don't care who you are. The David Lynch Dune is fantastic.
The
Is the new
audio
one good?
engineering
I haven't watched the new one
is uncomfortable.
I haven't watched
It's
the
like,
one yet.
It's like ASMR before it was a thing, and throughout the whole movie, and I'm like, that's not how one addresses somebody from atop a cliff. But okay.
I do like how
But it has Sting and a thong,
Peter
so
Sarsgaard looked pretty
there's
good in
that.
it.
Oh man.
No, at first the new one is really, really, really good.
Is it? I'm a big fan of the books, so I've been thinking I need to see it.
That it was the right call to cut the book in two. All right.
But yo,
well,
here's
now
our-
I
here's our
remember
session.
it now. Everybody, level 4.
Yes. Oh,
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
have
dun,
feats to
dun.
choose
Yay.
from. Oh man. And we are. Well, oh yeah, that's right. I remember your hit point rules. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that off
What were the
camera.
hit point-
If anyone
we
needs
can talk
any
about it offline.
assistance, Lolo or I will be available for leveling in D&D Beyond and shit.
Yeah, of course.
So, fuck yeah, level 4. We get to unleash our new
Hell
talents against the political cartoon of a caricature capitalist landlord
Yep.
here. So yes,
It's term.
fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for being a part of the journey, the adventure. Make sure to come back on Sunday for Level Heads D&D, which is also Halloween
Hell yeah.
and my birthday, of course. So I'll be
Happy
birthday.
DMing in costume, naturally. Thank you.
Yay!
I don't know if we're really going to be
I
doing
will
anything
be-
particularly
I'm
themed,
gonna
but
be back.
I'll be in costume
Costume.
nonetheless. But we will, here, let me see. Let me see if there's any raids. Well, not really raid to send you to, because I'm not going to stick around.
Rage.
I'm going to go watch Critical Role, because, we got just that perfect time slot to go watch that shit. So, thank you so much, everyone, for coming by. I will see you all next time. Until then, stay easy.